Do you know when you're in a mental health crisis? Or do you know what to do if you find you are in a mental health crisis? Well, I'm here to talk about ways that you can help yourself when you feel like you are about to lose it and you just need some help. And you know something's not right. You know you're in a crisis. You don't know what to do. I'd like to share my experience on what I did or what I do, because it's an ongoing thing, what I do to help myself so that I can maintain my calm and peaceful life. So, uh, my name is Talonda Rogers, and I am so excited to welcome you to my neighborhood. I want you to join me as I spread positivity through lifestyle vlogs and motivational messages so that you can find ways to mm, slow down and create that calm and peaceful life that you've always dreamt of, that you always wanted. Uh, on this channel, I share my positive life experiences with you in hopes that you will be inspired to create the life you want for yourself and to show you that the life you desire is within your grasp, very much so. So, um, I want to tell you that let's see, I wanted to talk to you about something that I wrote down. Um, oh yeah, I wanted to share an experience I had, or some experiences I've had. So, can you relate to sometimes feeling like you just need someone to talk to, or you need maybe someone to just listen? They don't have to say anything, not somebody who's gonna give you advice. Just someone who can listen and understand, maybe give you a hug, maybe not, depending on your love language, right? But maybe just be there to support you. You just need a friend. You need that person. Um, or you just need answers. Like, I need someone who's going to have humanity and empathy and who's going to understand um, that I need help and I need support. You know, we all go through that. And that's something that I've always wanted in my life. And I've had it from time to time. I have it more consistently now because I've figured out the people in my life who can be like on Grey's Anatomy, when Meredith Grey and was it Chang Chung? I can't remember. The other doctor, the Asian doctor, they were like best friends, and they would say, "You are my person." You know, try to find your person. And it's okay if you can't find a person. Okay, so figure out something else. But for me, I found a person, it was my sister, who I could just run to and say, blah, 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 blah. And she wouldn't judge me. She wouldn't make me feel like, you know, I'm crazy or anything like that. She would just listen and understand, and she would observe, and she would assess what I'm going through. And if she felt like if I felt like I needed advice, she would give it to me. If not, she would, yeah, I know. Just, she would give me little tips to calm me down. Also, I have another friend, um, and she lives not far from me, well, in another state, but we're in the same general area of the United States. And she's another one who I can text any time of night and call, but mostly text because um I know she has a family, and, out of respect, I won't do that. I won't call. I will say, "Hey, are you up?" And then I'll say, "Hey, I want to chat. When are you ready to talk?" like that. And she's always there ever since I've known her. I've known her since like 2012. She's always been there, like up in the wee hours of the night, talking to me and just being there for me, being very understanding. So those are two people I've identified in my life who I know won't trigger me, won't be judgy and judgmental, won't uh, want to rush to giving me advice because that's not always what I want or need. I just want someone to understand. I'm very, I'm a person who sometimes I just want understanding and support. I want a hug. I want to know that somebody's with me and I'm not alone. We all have our things that help us feel better. That's mine. And you have to identify yours. And once you identify, okay, what is it that I feel like I need? Seek out those people in your life who you feel like, you know what? That's my person. They can be there for me because they have this thing about them that I need that will help me to calm down or get myself together, you know? So that's one way. Also, I would say, like someone was saying before, oh, maybe they don't have anyone. If you don't have anyone, that's okay too. Find a friend on YouTube like me who you can just listen to, who can talk to you and help you feel good, you know? Strangers online, even though people say, oh, you don't know those people, a lot of times a stranger is much more effective than someone you know because they're coming from an objective point of view. They don't know you. They're just seeing you for who you are in that moment. They don't know all the other ins and outs of your life. So you don't feel as judged and you feel like you can pour your heart out to them, similar to a therapist, right? So I would say do that. And then another thing, of course, seek out mental health services from a mental health person, a licensed therapist. That's always a good way to get that kind of help. So that's the last resort, of course, because I know everyone's different with their insurance and money. So, before you get to the point where you feel like you have to talk to a licensed therapist, maybe find some other people in your life who you can connect with who, we all have those people where it's like the puzzle just fits, the puzzle pieces just fit, and they have what you need, you may have what they need, but they help you to kind of get yourself together. So, another thing I wanted to share before I forget is that I'm actually an educator by trade, and I want to say I am not a mental health therapist or any type of mental health professional. However, this is something that through my practice in education, I've come to realize that a lot of people, a lot of teachers did not focus enough on the behavioral health, the mental health challenges that a lot of kids would come into school with because they're coming with baggage from everything. Something could have happened in their family, something could have happened on the way to school. You just don't know the situations people are in. And so they come to school, and sometimes you're the first face they see, and they just need to fall apart on. And so every morning, what I would do is I would have a little area where my students would come to me first thing in the morning. All I had to do was look at them. I already knew just the expression on their face would tell me, okay, something's not right. They're off. And I would just say, so and so, are you okay? And then they would just break down and fall apart. So I knew I felt like if I don't do something right now, and be that person for them, they're going to have a bad day. And I never want my kids, meaning my work kids that I used to work with, my students, or my own personal kids to have a bad day because people don't realize how important mental health is. It's so important. In my opinion, it's more important because if your mental is messed up, everything else falls apart. And people don't put enough emphasis on that you know. But in my opinion, and from my experience in my life, my personal experiences, and what I've seen with the children that I've worked with throughout the years, um, that has become the pattern that I've seen. People just don't realize the impacts of mental health. So I say all that to say that when I was with my students, I noticed that when I took just 5 minutes, it didn't take long, in the morning as they're coming in, I would kind of help them walk through whatever they were going through. And I would talk to them and say, okay, well, let's do this. Or do you need this? Do you need some time? Cool. And I'm telling you, it works. Magically, the kid has a good day. They forgot about whatever it was that was going on as they were walking in. They might say, oh, my mom's mad at me. And I say, well, your mom loves you, or something like that. Maybe they were just rushing. It's okay. You'll be fine. Let's move on. Let's do something fun. And they're fine the rest of the day. Sometimes people just need that, like a friend. We all need that. We need more of that in this world, in my opinion. But I digress. I'm going off on another tangent, probably another video for the future. So I say all that to say that we all need that. We all need somebody. We all need something, some way to help us when we're in like a really big crisis and we, you know, don't know what to do. So another thing I wanted to point you to is there's a video that I watched by a real mental health therapist. She's a licensed therapist. I watch her a lot on YouTube. Let me see her name. Her name is Katie Morton, and she's been on YouTube for a while now. She gives a lot of great advice. And the video I wanted to talk about was how to know if you're in crisis or if you are in crisis. And she breaks it down from her, you know, um, professional, from her expertise, her professional point of view of how you can identify when you're in a mental health crisis. And so I would highly recommend you check out her video, and that will really help you to know from a mental health therapist what to look for if you ever feel like, oh, something's not right with me. Is this crisis? I don't know. You'll be able to know when you see her video. Okay. So I just want to give a shout out to Katie Morton because she has helped me over the years. And I love, love, love watching her videos, especially late at night when my mind just wants to like have all these things run. My mind wants to be the most active late at night when it's time for everybody to go to bed. And so it helps bring you down. Listening to calm people like psychologists and therapists and psychiatrists and people like that, oh, it makes a world of difference. It helps bring you down and set the tone and help you to prepare for bed. Like, okay, everything's gonna be okay. How people say you can be zen. You can be zen. I like being zen. It's helped me a lot. So, getting back, so I wanted to also say, I really think it's important to have dialogue. So if you can relate to what I'm talking about, share in the comments. Just, let me know that you're with me, you understand, and maybe you have some experiences that, hey, you can help somebody else who's watching this video or looking in the comments for just support. Like, oh, I need somebody to just understand. And your comment may be the very comment that helps turn their life around. So please consider commenting, sharing your thoughts. You don't have to share personal information if you don't want to. Just something, maybe a general statement, however, whatever comfort level you feel. Share about how this situation, this topic, has helped you in your life, has helped you. Maybe you were in crisis one time and you know, found a solution, or maybe you are one of those people who needs help, who needs like um, someone. Share that. Let's have dialogue so that we can help each other. If you really connected with this content and you like what I'm talking about and it helps you feel good, please consider liking and subscribing because that will tell me, oh, I need to put more videos like this out. And also, you'll get the help you need just listening to my voice. Okay. Like I said, I am not a licensed therapist. I am an educator, and I am a person who has dealt with mental health issues in my life. And I've been a person who's like, I need somebody right now and didn't know what to do. And so I just want to share my experiences and things that may help you out. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and talk to you next time.